welcome to another podcast.
Welcome. Hello.
We have Daniel.
How you doing?
Good. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
How did you get into photography? Tell me, and thank you for the Red Bulls and the Freddo Frogs.
Oh, Freddo's for the win. My mum actually was a photographer way back in the day.
Bullshit,
Yeah,
really?
So she was in the Air Force.
She was in the Air Force.
A long time ago.
Wow.
As a tailor, and then her and my dad would go out to nightclubs and do nightclub photos with Polaroids
Right.
and just sell them. Like, you want a photo, $5, bang, done.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's a really cool idea.
That's a super cool idea.
Drunk people pay. They're like, $5,
Yeah,
whatever. Polaroid.
It's like those kind of artificial roses that people go around buying, right?
Yeah.
And they always target the drunk guys.
Oh, of course.
Because there's always a girl.
Yeah, that's it. And then you're like, oh, there's a photo. You can keep it. Done. And then I just sort of started probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Just doing landscape stuff.
Yeah.
Just because it's peaceful and you can sit and take your time and, you know, go out to
because it's peaceful.
Yeah. Like, landscape is pretty peaceful because you can go out, climb a mountain and just sit there all day and look at stuff and take 400 photos of exactly the same thing.
I mean,
then,
if that's your thing, that's all good.
Went from there, started shooting car stuff probably 4 years ago.
Now your car stuff is fucking amazing.
It's getting there. I can probably the last 6 months it's really picked up a lot.
Why do you think it's picked up a lot? Just your style, like different technique?
Yeah. I think I found my style. It's like more abstract because everyone gets the same shots.
Yeah.
Look at everyone's photos. It's just car. Yep, cool. Then I try and think outside the box of what can I shoot differently.
Talk me through that thought process. Like, how did you kind of get to that? And, like, how do you call it abstract? Like, what's different about it? Do you look for, like, symmetry and, like, shapes?
Not so much angles. Because all the angles are the same as a car, you know, object, shoot there. But sort of incorporating the background. So Sean McCann, photograph street machine stuff.
Yeah.
You probably know him.
Yep.
Yeah. So I did a photo shoot with him at Sugarloaf. He shot my car. He had a shoot day and I went to that. And I was like, you know.
Sugarloaf Reservoir.
Reservoir. It's such a good spot.
It's hard fucking weird to say reservoir. I actually couldn't say my R's when I was younger because I've got a Chinese tongue.
Yeah.
And like I'd always say W, so I really struggle.
Reservoir.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Reservoir.
Oh, that's great.
So you went
I went
on a shoot day and he shot your car.
So he had 5 cars there and he's just one after the other. And I just hung around him the whole day and I was like, do you have tips, pointers, things?
Yeah, that's wicked.
Coming from a landscape background, he's like, shoot cars like landscapes. Foreground, midground, background. You need subjects, background, you know, stuff going on. And then that just clicked. Like, sick. And then kind of just went from there.
Yeah.
And then just fill your feed with car photographers and it's all the same kind of photos over and over again. I'm like, I need to do something different. Sort of stands out.
Yeah.
So, try and like reflections. I love reflection shots.
Yeah.
So I'll make, you know, bottle of water, puddle reflection shot or shoot off of a window to get a reflection.
Yeah.
Climb things and put myself into situations.
Yeah, you've got to, you definitely have to kind of, one, be safe about it, but then 2, try to find an angle that's never really been shot before.
Yeah.
And, So what's been your favourite car to shoot?
Probably the Lotus. Ken G's Red Lotus.
Yeah.
I think it's sick. So that was at 2 events recently.
Yeah.
So there was one, Docklands Rooftop, which we shot 12, 13 different cars with models and stuff.
Right.
And then there's a smaller one in Studio F4 in Preston, I want to say.
Yeah.
Up that way.
Yep. Coburg, Preston area.
Yeah, around that sort of area. Yep. So we went and shot. It was in studio and in the sort of little side streets.
Yeah.
And that was sick.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm like, I need this car in my life.
You need photos of that car in your
It's
life.
actually my wallpaper on my phone.
Shit!
Yeah. No wife, no kids, just
It definitely.
Red Lotus.
It definitely.
I'll show you the photo. This photo is so sick.
It definitely is a mark of achievement when you've made a photographer's wallpaper on their phone, right?
Yeah, bad. If I can find it. I have literally like hundreds of car photos on here.
That's so cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn.
Yeah, that's sick.
Raspy. That's nice. It
It's
looks like
such
a
cool
bug.
car. Yeah, it's such a cool car. So I'm actually trying to organise a shoot with him and 2 other Lotuses. Sort of a private shoot.
Yeah.
But there's a black one that's in the shop waiting. So whenever that's done
Waiting to get modified.
or fixed. I
Yeah.
don't know, he just said it's in the shop. The guy is not on social media, so it's like a mate of a mate.
Gotcha.
So he's like, yeah, it's in the shop. We don't know. Waiting.
Contentious question. What do you shoot with?
Canon R6.
Oh, go the Canon.
See, I went from, I had a Nikon P900, which is that super zoom thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then my dad had the same camera, and he had the wrist strap in the bottom, and it snapped and smashed his camera. Oh. So like,
never trust a wrist strap.
No, I'm like, use the hooks
How
in
do
the
you?
top.
Yeah.
It was screwed into the base piece of it. And it just snapped the whole thing out. Just kind of fell out and smashed it.
That's crazy.
So I gave him.
I bet he was pissed.
Oh yeah, bad. And I'm like, I have the same one. I'm buying a new camera. You can have this one because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, done. So I went to a 5D Mark III.
Yeah.
Shot with that for probably 2 years, and then started doing more with models and like low light kind of situations.
Yeah.
And very quickly reached the limits of noise.
Yeah.
On that, I'm like, I need something good, mirrorless.
Yeah. Well, the R5, which is what I'm recording you on, that low light capability is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then that's what I'm recording on is a 5D Mark IV.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've had that for like
10 years.
8 years. Yeah. And it's just a workhorse.
Mm.
I mean, that's a workhorse as well.
Yeah.
In 2.5 years, I've taken over 500,000 photos.
Jesus Christ. But it's all
Yeah.
digital. Like, it
Yeah.
never run out. It's good.
Exactly. That's
crazy.
But yeah, and I've had that serviced once.
Okay. Who still services cameras? Because I know
Where you take it to the
That
Canon
mob shut
Experience shop. Yeah.
They're still doing
in
it?
South Melbourne. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they still do it.
Yeah, sweet. I mean, mine just looked at. It's 2 years, a year old now. So
Yeah. Have you got a CPS membership?
No.
Canon Professional.
I should.
Yeah, you should.
I should.
If you've got, do you still have your Mark III?
Nah, it's long gone.
Okay. Find out. It's worth it.
I didn't buy that new though. I
Yeah.
bought that one secondhand off Marketplace.
Yeah.
And the R6. Because I did motorsports as well. So I went from static cars to motorsports
Okay.
on the Mark III.
Yeah.
Then I had an RP for like probably 3 months and just not a fan. I should have kept the Mark III, to be
Yeah.
honest. Massive leap backwards. Like it's entry level mirrorless, but in terms of everything, the 5D was better. Than
What lens were you shooting with for the motorsport stuff?
a 7200 f2.8
Okay.
with a 2x teleconverter. Sometimes, and then if they were just doing panning shots, then just normal 50 mil
As in supercar, like
drifting mainly.
drifting? Okay.
Drifting, yeah. I do track days in my car, so I get to shoot the Hyundais cruising around in TCR series, and
Nice.
but I haven't shot anything for ages because I started working with the models a year ago, and then just incorporated that with cars, and that's just been.
How do you
motorsports.
find incorporating like humans with cars? Because I certainly feel like sometimes car owners are a bit like, don't touch my car.
Yeah,
And they
there's a lot like that.
get a little bit Which I understand if it's like $1 million car or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's your pride and joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I think as well, it's kind of a little bit like kudos for getting the car. Like you should be doing something with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I suppose if you've been careful with it,
Yeah.
and like no jeans for a start because that's rough and they have buttons and scratchy metal parts.
Only bikinis.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works well. Don't do what I did and have someone do full splits on my roof of my old car. Sick shot, but dented my roof.
Ooh.
It's like a tiny. It's on the edge of the door. It's just a little divot. But whatever. Good shot. Worth it.
Is it?
Worth it.
Well, you don't have that car anymore, do you?
I got stolen, but I got a better one now, so it's all good. But yeah, no model is getting on the roof of this car.
Yeah.
So.
That reminds me of there's that video that goes around, this chick like does a backflip on like a Lambo and
Through the back window.
She goes through the back window. I'm like,
so bad.
That's so bad. But like if you're gonna if you own a Lambo and you're gonna allow a chick to do a backflip on the roof, then you've probably got enough money to replace it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, you know.
Still silly.
Yeah.
Absolutely silly.
Yeah.
Dented the roof, smashed the back window, probably bent the parcel shelf.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good.
Amateurs.
It's not good.
No.
So do you do photography full time?
No. Trying.
Drone?
No, trying.
Oh, trying.
Trying, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's a hard market.
Yeah, it is a hard market.
Very hard. I've done a few weddings. They're not as stressful as people think.
Really?
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's really not.
Is it?
It's not.
You
get in your own head.
How many weddings have you done? A few.
I've done 3.
3?
Yeah.
And it's not stressful.
Not really. You get in your own head because you're nervous. You're like, if you miss, there's a lot of pressure. But if you can handle the pressure.
There's a lot of pressure for sure.
But if you're organized, I'm organized.
Okay.
Shot list.
Yeah.
So you always communicate what shots do you want because you're the client. They give you a list. I'm like, cool, here's my list. Do you want any of these shots that you missed? Do you want any of these shots? And then you just tick it off during the day. Bang, 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 done.
Yeah, right. I suppose if you're like schedule master and you just fucking,
get it done.
try to like go through your list and have it all kind of coordinated, then it should all run fine.
Yeah.
Weddings
never run fine. There's always something.
That's what I mean.
Always something.
How tired were you like after the first one?
It was at my friend's. They had in his backyard.
Okay.
So I went and shot. It was 2.5 hours away from my house. So I had to drive there, shoot. The bride's getting ready.
Mate, you are committed.
All the girls. Oh man, got to do it.
2.5.
Got to do it.
For a stressful fucking day.
Yeah, it was good. It was worth it because I got another wedding out of that from their friends. So it worked out. Like that's the hard.
I suppose that is a good thing, and I'm glad that you took that opportunity to utilize the referral capability of once you do a particular job, we're trying to network and try to gain more kind of, opportunities to get more work.
Yeah.
Like what I think us as photographers and creatives really need to focus in on is that networking capability and developing relationships really quickly so that you can kind of like get more work and get more opportunity because, like the internet's not going anywhere.
No, not at all.
Like everything's digital now.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, like the wild stuff that's happening with VR and AR right now with like Apple Pro Vision.
Do you see the guy editing his photos as he was shooting on his VR?
No.
It came out like 2 days ago. He's got a camera on a remote and he's got his VR headset on and it's live streaming to a TV so we can see what's going on. And he's got 3 screens and he's got Lightroom or Photoshop open and he'll take the photo and open straight in his VR and he's like tweaking it. It's nuts.
Man,
and he's just doing all these hand things, not touching anything. And
I don't even know how.
What the hell?
Like, how does one even compute doing shit like that?
Just mind-boggling.
Like, I struggle having like 2 screens on my desk. I'm like, how? And they're physical screens. How am I going to cope with like 6 screens?
Yeah, and you just poking in the air.
But you
trying
know,
to touch it.
you know
Weird.
the goggles the battery only lasts 2 hours though.
That's not long enough. There'd be a way to plug it in and have this massive battery pack and just walk around all day, just with a backpack full of batteries.
I guess the bad thing is that it only lasts for 2 hours. The good thing is this is version 1.
Yeah,
So what's version 2, 3, 4?
Oh,
What's version
maybe-
26 going to look like?
mind-boggling. You seen the movie WALL-E?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they all just ride around on the chairs with the screens and do nothing. That's where we're headed.
That's fucking scary.
It's step 1.
Yeah.
You sit on your screen. You don't have to go anywhere. Order food to your house. Order groceries to your house.
I mean, we're ordering groceries to house anyway
Exactly.
already.
Yep.
But like, you know.
You have to do it on an app. Now you just put your headset on. You'd be like, oh, look, use your eyes. Yeah, I want groceries.
Okay, so
It's crazy.
you're suggesting that weddings aren't that stressful,
Yeah, back on track.
and that you should at least give it a crack. So you gave it a crack 3 times.
Yeah, I'm trying to book more. It's a very, very hard market to get into. You
Really?
need a portfolio to even be looked at
People want to know what they're getting.
because it's their big day.
Yeah.
You know, and they're not going to pay 2, 3, 4, 10 grand for it.
So did you charge
Nothing.
the first one?
First one was one of my good friends. So I was like, I'll come and do it. If you feel like paying me, you can.
Okay.
And they did, so that was fine.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Not just the meal for the day.
Yeah. Yeah. And he covered fuels, that was fine. And then, a couple of $100.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever. Experience, that's the main.
Start of the portfolio.
Yeah, that's it. And I got some really good shots out of that. And I learned a lot. Because most people start as a second shooter.
Yeah.
You want to shadow someone and do a few weddings and get at least half a portfolio from that.
Yeah.
I'm like, deep end. Just hit it hard and
I love it. But fuck it. I don't know. I don't know. I've never done one before. I'm just gonna be the first shooter, the number one shooter for the day.
yeah, that's it. I'm like, well, it can't be that hard.
You obviously can cope with stress very well.
Yeah. Just Iron Gate. Let's go. Get it done.
Iron Gate.
Just close it down.
God-
Focus. Get
God
it done.
damn. God damn that Iron Gate.
Yeah. Just
So what was the second one and the third one like? Easier?
easier, yeah, because I had some experience. So I'm like, yep, cool. And then in between the 2 weddings, I did heaps of those photo walks.
Yeah.
Shooting with other people and getting portrait stuff done and
Yeah.
getting more comfortable posing people and actually working with people.
Yeah.
And went into the second one, I'm like, yeah, this is much, much better.
Yeah.
The photo's still the same, but me posing people,
And communicating with them
Yeah,
and
and
kind of giving them direction.
I reckon that's the hardest part.
Yeah,
is-
100%.
is posing people. And
Dealing with human beings.
yeah, bad.
It's also the greatest part as
Oh,
well.
yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. But learning how to pose someone to look good is the hard part.
Yeah.
Because anyone can say, I'll just sit there and then you look like a sack of shit. But, if you're like, oh, turn that way and like the light's going to hit you here and then put your arm over there and it just makes like massive difference.
Yeah. It's interesting. So you started off with like landscapes and you've done cars and now you're incorporating models and human beings, and then you went bang straight into probably the
Hardest.
one of the hardest things that you
Yep.
could possibly do, which is a wedding, because it's a one chance of, that's the biggest thing that I've always thought of is like the pressure of this, like you can't redo the day.
Yeah.
That's it. Like how many memory cards did you go through?
I got 428 gig and then 6 batteries. So I'm prepared.
Yeah.
But I went through probably 1.5 maybe.
Okay.
So a few thousand photos.
Yeah.
But you
That's not so bad.
20 frames a second. You just, especially with the kiss, I'm like, just hold it.
Yeah.
And I kind of moved a bit of an angle because it lasts, a couple of seconds. So you got time to kind of get a different sort of an angle, up,
Yeah.
down, side to side.
Did you do any video?
I don't video. I can't. My brain doesn't process video. It doesn't. I can't. Nah. I need to learn because that's the way of the future. But I just can't. I can see a photo in my head and I'm like, that's what I need to do to get that. But looking at a video, I just can't process it.
What do you mean?
I just can't. I can't visualize it in my brain. to then get it to work. Or if I have an idea that I see someone else has done, I'll go and try it, and it's rubbish. So I'll just, and I think it puts me off. But I know you need practice, and you need to keep doing it and doing it and doing it.
Yeah.
I just don't have time.
I guess
It's hard.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like I understand why it would be hard for you, because you came from like landscape and cars, and then you're, incorporating models and things like that. Once you get more experience or more like different techniques and stuff with like posing people and taking all the different styles of photos, you'll get good at like people watching.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what I do. Like I'm people watching, and we might be in a particular setting, and I'll be like, okay, I want you to do this and I want you to do that, and I'll just continually shoot. So I continually shoot, and if I can see a particular mannerism, or like they've done something, or even just like in between takes when we're talking, like if they just like do something, I'll be like, oh shit, like can you just do that again?
Yeah.
And 99% of the time they're like, I don't know what I just did. And I'm like, fuck.
Just do that again.
I'm like, I don't know how to explain what you just did. And then I try to reenact it, and then we have a laugh and whatever. But, but like obviously, like I have an obsession with like the hair flick and, kind of like getting all of that stuff, in slow motion and things like that. And then, yeah, you're right. It's just like practice. Like once you can see something, you do it over and over and over again, then it's just like, yep, I like that. Or if you've done it that many times before, when you meet someone new to do a photo shoot, like, it's, you can see the little signs and little mannerisms and things like that. Yeah. So how did you find the Lambo shoot?
I was actually invited to that.
Cars and models, yeah.
Yeah, that's my jam. Ryan reached out to me.
Shout out to Ryan.
Shout out to Ryan.
Oh no, that's my camera. That's you there.
Shout out to Ryan. I'll point at all the cameras.
That's what my mate Eli did. He's like, which camera do I look at?
Over there.
Bro, we're gonna get real fucked up when I like add a third camera into this.
Oh, why?
Yeah. Well, hey.
What? So I get both people at the same time?
Yeah. But I do want to get another microphone set up and a third camera, so then I can have two people.
Yeah, nice.
And we have like this whole like banter thing happening.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then hopefully, later on down the track, I'll get like a dedicated studio so we can have like four or five people or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to shout out to Ryan.
So he reached out to me saying if I was interested in going. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I'll be there with bells on.
Yeah, sweet.
And then
it was a fucking hot day.
It was fucking hot.
It was hot.
Oh man, I kept going outside where it was 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Because it was cooler outside than in that studio. That was ridiculous. But man, the content was hotter than the weather. Hell
yeah.
yes.
I kept going around with a spray bottle.
People
kept asking me, is that sweat or the spray bottle on your shirt? And I'm like, it's sweat.
Yeah.
They're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And it was a black shirt.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I live in this black shirt and it's just sweat. It was gross.
Yeah.
But it didn't stink, so that was good.
Yeah, that's good.
I think the fans kind of helped to waft all the heat out a bit. It stank.
It was a pretty sick like setup in terms of the kind of like lighting and stuff.
Yeah, it was good.
And the fact that they had like those two back rooms where the cars could kind of like reverse into and stuff like that.
It was sick.
But yeah, it was pretty cool.
I actually went there this morning.
Oh, did you? Well, in Tullamarine?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing
To detail your car?
yeah.
Oh,
They're doing a new car package on it. So 8X detailing this camera.
8X detailing.
Tullamarine.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, they're doing paint correction, ceramic coat, tinting, interior, ceramic coating the wheels, brakes, all that good stuff.
That's awesome.
Joys of a black car.
Oh,
Yes. Didn't come. It's a week old tomorrow, so it's already like swell marks and pre-delivery didn't do a very good job.
What do you mean swell marks?
Swells.
Oh, swirls.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
they wash it with a brush when you first get it. And I'm like, it's a brand new black car. What are you doing? So there's
Yeah.
all these marks all in the paint. And he's like, can you see that on this angle? I was like, I can't see that. It just looks black. And he's like, well, there's all these marks here. So they just work their magic, drop it off for 2-3 days. And
Mate, that's sick.
so that worked out well. So they'll do a good job.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so Ryan, because I had the jet ski shoot, which I knew about.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, yeah, it's cool. That's going to be sick. And then I asked him about it, and he's like, come to the Lambo shoot first, and we'll see how you go there. And I went there, and he's like, yeah, man, you're a vibe. Let's go.
Yeah.
So loved because I came in halfway through the shoot because I had another event in the morning.
Yeah, what was that?
Saintside Bikes. They have a once a year this massive show. There's like low riders and food vans, and everyone brings out their full custom BMX bikes. It's sick.
Wow.
It's a vibe.
That's cool.
It's cool. It's such a vibe. Like, it's a chill day. DJ's there. There's no bullshit. There's a whole car show, low riders, and everyone brings their JDMs and stuff as well. Bring your dogs, bring your bikes, bring your kids. So we were there doing Fairy Floss. We're a Fairy Floss business.
Oh.
So I do Fairy Floss popcorn and slushies now. So the wife was set up there, and I'm like, I'll come.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
My life is just nonstop. It's nuts.
So basically you got like a food truck business.
Basically, it's in a gazebo, not an actual truck, but
Yeah,
same sort of thing. So we just set up our marquee at events, festivals.
How long you been doing that for?
Started 2-3 weeks before COVID hit.
Okay.
Yeah, so I spent all this money and then bang, lockdowns. Like shit.
So you had all this equipment.
But
You're probably in a sugar rush for the whole COVID.
yeah, I don't even eat it anymore. I just taste test. Yep, it's good. That's it. But it was good during COVID because we were a food service.
So you could get out.
So I could get out and deliver it. Oh. So we were selling on Facebook like tubs of popcorn Fairy Floss. Because everyone's stuck at home. You're like, you want something to do with your kids? I'm like, here you go. So we drive all over Melbourne with our, the sheets you had to fill out, your permits to drive anywhere.
Did you ever get
and
stopped?
I just do that heaps.
Really?
So many times. Like, what are you doing out here? Because I'd be in the city. There'd be no one in the city. It was just me. It was like a boot full of popcorn and Fairy Floss. Like, what the hell is this? Like, here's my permit. Leave me alone. I'm doing food. But I had a van then.
What was the favorite flavor?
Blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry.
Okay.
Yep. So we use the same suppliers that supply the cinemas
Yeah.
for popcorn and Fairy Floss.
Right.
But we make... It's the same flavor, but we make it all ourselves to taste better. Because when you get the cinema, it tastes like sugar, but ours has heaps of flavor in it.
What
So
is it a secret ingredient?
love.
I knew you were going to say something like that.
Something silly.
You seem like a romantic.
God no.
No, romantic,
No, not at
creative.
all. No, creative, yeah. Romantic, probably not.
So
Ask the wife, she'll say definitely not. No, just
but what? Sorry, no. Don't skirt around. Don't skirt around the question.
what's actually in it?
The
Just,
question is,
Am
how
I
does yours taste better than the fucking ones at the cinema?
we just put more flavor stuff in it.
Oh,
Add more flavor.
right.
Costs us more money to make it, but
Yeah.
it tastes better.
Yeah, and
And
if it tastes better, then you can charge more.
No brainer.
Yeah.
So we do
duh.
that.
Village Hoyts don't start doing that.
Yeah, piss off. I'm looking at both cameras. Every time. Oh, gee, just crop that out. Edit that out. This will be in the blooper reel. It's like, huh?
Nah, that shit fucking staying in. I get AI to do my editing.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, I tell everybody this. I get my
that's
AI
sick.
to do my editing. The hardest thing is actually lining up all the files
Yeah.
in Premiere Pro because I got to sync the audio and the video
Yeah.
together. And then I just hit a button and it goes
That's the thing. It just crops between who's talking,
Correct.
and then you just go through and edit the shit you don't want out of it.
Yeah, but generally,
You leave all the bad stuff in.
I'll leave all of that in unless one of us has to go to the toilet. Then I'll take that out.
That's fair.
Not that the camera's going to follow us to the toilet, but
That's your third camera. We won't be doing that.
negative, Ghost Rider. Negative.
Oh.
See,
One of the drones that follow you around.
active track.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep,
Active
yep.
track.
Active track.
So you got a Fairy Floss popcorn business, and you go around to like events and stuff, like with the missus. You take your kids.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
And now that we're not in some sort of lockdown, it must be pretty good still.
Yeah, it's good. We got Knox Festival coming up, where last year it's like 16-hour day.
Fuck.
No, 14. Because you just get there early and set up.
Yeah.
And pack up the end of the day. It's about 14, 15 hours. We went through 80 kilos of sugar.
What?
Yeah. And one stick, you get a stick of fairy floss. That's like 50 grams.
80 kilos.
80 kilos of sugar. Plus popcorn, plus drinks. Like
This fucking
it was
Fairy
mental.
Floss is like madness.
Pays for car mods. It's not. We reinvest it all into the business. So we just bought a slushy machine.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned.
We're looking at buying a whole second setup so we can run 2 events. Because we can only run in the hotter months, like end of year. And there's so many events on.
Do you have to like service the equipment like after
Yeah.
you've been to an event? Yeah,
Yeah.
because you got it because it's food.
Yeah.
You know,
Pull it
like
all apart, clean it properly,
Yeah.
sanitize, all that good stuff.
so having like 2 sets of equipment means that you can.
Just run 2, because we got employees as well. So my brother's wife works for us.
I like how you called her your employee.
Well, she is. We pay her good money. She does a good job. And then the wife's niece and her partner, they work for us as well. So things like Knox Fest, we had 6 people, and it was non-stop.
I mean,
it was mental.
Yeah, if you're going through 80 kilos of
Yeah, it
sugar,
was- it was
like you
insane.
need more people.
Yeah, we got another one next weekend in Geelong. So we go all over.
Yeah,
We've been-
just like all over Victoria.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's hard. There's a few, probably 5 businesses that do the same thing we do, but because there's so many events on, you always have something to do.
Yeah, and Melbourne's like the capital
Of events, yeah.
of events
Yeah.
in Australia. There's always stuff going on
Yeah.
like every single weekend.
We got invited to St Kilda Festival.
Oh,
It was like 400.
That's next weekend.
Yeah, we're not going.
how come?
We don't have the capability.
Oh, because you're in Geelong.
No, we're in not in Geelong. Oh no, yeah,
Next
sorry.
weekend
Yes,
you're
we're
in
in Geelong.
Geelong.
Yes, but we would have cancelled that to go to here, but we don't have the setup yet to handle that many people. There's like 400,000 people going, whereas Knoxfest like 20,000.
What?
Yeah, it's insane.
That's crazy.
It's mental. We're like, I don't understand. We
couldn't you just take like? So couldn't you
lot.
just take like the same equipment, but like just add more sugar?
We could, but we'd need 2 machines set up going all day. And then we'd need at least 8 people just to rotate. Because it kills you. Because you're standing there all day, just going. Because when you make it, because we make it all fresh. So you're like in the machine all day. And then your whole upper body is just dead. So you can last a few hours. And then if you just keep swapping and swapping and swapping. And then it's 2 full days, like 2 14-hour days.
Yeah.
Bang, bang,
And like,
just
would there
dead.
be many people in St Kilda Festival having fairy floss?
God, yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah. Festivals.
Mm.
Heaps.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So if someone wanted to like hire you for an event or like
we do
for
that.
a party or something like that, you do that as
Yeah,
well.
we do parties where we can go and do it there, or we can hire the machines out.
Okay.
It comes with everything you need, so
Yeah.
it's good.
How did people contact you? What's the Instagram?
The Flossy.
The Flossy.
Yeah.
Do you do the floss?
I've done it once, and it was terrible.
Not this one.
No,
this one.
like the whole dance thing. I'm like, just not happening.
Is that somewhere on YouTube or something?
It's not.
Is it on TikTok?
It's not.
Come on, wifey.
No, it wasn't. It was actually at Saintside on Sunday before the Lambo shoot.
Oh,
Because
really?
my mate's like, I'll give you double the money if you do the floss. I'm like, yeah, done. He's like, you're an idiot, but here you go.
It's all about the cringe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You live once, whatever.
You totally live once. You need to get that shit out.
Yeah, and I just have zero care factor for anyone's opinion.
I think that's pretty much the key to anything.
Yeah, just gotta do what you gotta do. Most people don't care about what you're doing anyway.
Yeah.
Because you're in your head, you're like, oh, everyone's watching me, everyone's looking at me, and then you actually look around and no one gives a shit. You're like,
Yeah.
just gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's about having the confidence, but like you have to not give a shit to then be able to do it to gain a little bit of confidence, and then you just keep doing it.
Exactly.
Again,
Yeah.
and you just don't care anyway.
And then you're just a hype man.
Yeah.
You just hype everyone up. You're like,
Yeah.
This is sick. And everyone's like, cool, this guy.
So
Vibing.
the Fairy Floss popcorn slushy business is more like weekend stuff.
Yeah.
And then what else is there?
Photography.
Yeah.
And then I Uber as well.
Ah.
So I'm trying to do less of that and more photography.
Yeah.
So I'm pushing a lot this year. But everything's video, so you can't really grow without getting video stuff. So I'm pushing myself to learn. But yes.
You can put like photos on video as
That's
well.
what I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I make reels with just photos and then add
Yeah.
music and it like affects
And
the
like
stuff.
CapCut has heaps of like templates.
All my
and,
reels are CapCut. Just find a template you like. Like, yeah, this is cool. Add your media, upload it.
Instagram also has them now. Like
Yeah.
Instagram also has templates now. So like if you see a video that you like and it has and the person who uploads it has to have the option selected that people can use it as a template, and then you can just like copy it.
Yeah. So it's cheating, but it works. Who cares?
It's totally cheating, but at the end of the day, I'm all for people taking the initiative and creating stuff. If you have to copy something from someone else, then that's what you do, right? Like, it's good because at least it's kind of like getting you into the mode of actually doing something.
Yeah.
And then at some point, you'll stop copying people and you start creating your own shit.
Yeah, because you sort of look at it like, this is what looks good. I need to replicate how to do that myself.
And I think where the magic really comes in is when you're really highly skilled in two aspects and you go, oh, hey, hang on, let me merge them together and see what it looks like, and you create something different.
Yeah, yeah. So graphic design is another area that's really growing now. So they're doing the whole multi-layer photos with words and all the titles. And
I thought you were going to say you're a graphic designer as well.
I wish. I'm dabbling.
Are you?
I got a few posts up where I've got like different things, which I copied off somebody else. I'm like, this actually looks sick. I'm going to try and make that.
Yeah.
YouTube tutorials, Photoshop tutorials, bang, bang, bang. Watch a video, 5 minutes, like that's easy as.
Yeah.
Layers, everything done.
100%. 100%.
And the generative fill and expand. Oh, Lord. It's so good. Oh, it's so good.
Did you catch one of my last podcasts where I was talking about a tip that one of the other podcast guys told me?
What's that?
Generative fill on how to use it when you've got like half naked women.
Missed that. How do you?
So you lasso them, you take them out of the photo, you do your generative fill, and then you put the model back in, because generative fill won't work if there's any type of naked skin or even like a bikini. It won't even work with that. So the trick is take it out of the photo, do your generative fill, and then put it back in.
Interesting.
Yeah. I haven't tried it yet, but
well, there's enough photos from last weekend with other people in the background.
Yeah.
You do it there, just chop, delete.
Yeah. I mean, you could just do like, what's the other one?
Content aware.
Content aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aware fill, but you know.
Same sort of thing.
Yeah, totally.
You circle it and erase, gone. That Lotus photo, I actually deleted all the black dots off the background. There was trees and rubbish bins in the background, deleted that. Added, there's a gap in the building, so I just filled that in so it's all symmetrical.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Totally amazing. You look at like before and after photos, it looks completely different. So there's kind of graphic design.
It's kind of
Kind of.
well, it's about being creative, right? And that's where the whole artistic thing comes into it.
Yeah.
So I take it you're like self-taught.
Yeah.
And you just
I studied at PSC in the city
oh, did you?
over COVID, and I've actually learnt more just out shooting than I did because it was all online, and you learn a bit. I learnt a lot actually, but I've learnt more just being out and doing it because I'm more of a hands-on kind of figuring it out.
I think classroom scenario and like online stuff, there is still a need for it, but it doesn't cater for everybody.
Yeah.
Like you and I.
Yeah.
Like I learn by doing.
Yeah, same.
Which is why I have to take so many photos and I have to do so many shoots, constantly and and that's what I've done for like years.
Yeah.
But I know that's the way my brain works. That's the only way I'll like pick something up if I like just consistently like push myself to kind of get things done.
Yeah.
So I did look at doing the PSC course as well, like pre-COVID.
Yeah.
But then I don't know, like life just got busy.
Yeah. So I did the advanced diploma,
But
I had no studio time. So I've never shot in a studio.
right.
All of my stuff's natural light or handheld.
Yep.
Learning myself, and then started going to those photo walks in the city
Yeah.
with Sigma, Pogography, Pixel Monkey as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of Photoshop, he's insane on Photoshop.
Yeah. Pixel Monkey.
unreal.
He had a workshop. I think it was last week that I was gonna look at going, but then
Dude, do it.
yeah.
What is Cyberpunk one?
Oh yeah.
Fuck, it's insane. It's good because he hires out places like a studio. Well, not a studio, like a warehouse. And then the last one was at Ballers Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Where it's just everything's there and games and ball pits and stuff. And they just take lights and smoke machines and it's a vibe. It's so good.
That's sweet.
And I started going to those and you just learn from watching other photographers.
Yeah.
And I've met a few guys who are really good at posing people. And I'm saying I'm going to shadow you for a bit and listen to how you're talking to people.
Yeah.
And then a few people who work with strobe lighting and like off-camera flashes and stuff. I'm like, I need to learn from you people as well. That's probably why I've had a few people say in the last kind of 6 months, because I started them in August last year, like your work's just leveled up so much in the last kind of six months.
That's good, man.
Like
I'm fucking proud of you.
syndrome.
I'm fucking proud of you for doing that.
Thank you.
Because a lot of people, I think, would just like not push themselves or not take the initiative to kind of like do something new. Like we get, and I totally get it. Like we get comfortable in like our safety blanket, and it's like we don't want to. We only want to do what we know what we can do, as opposed to trying something different. You know, and like I think as you get older, it being vulnerable is actually still a skill that you have to learn how to let your guard down to then be able to be open to the idea of some sort of growth.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you get stuck.
It's on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've been really good. I've learnt so much from that group of people, which is good. So much.
And it's great that like people have been telling you the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Because
that is just, it's a good feeling, but I have massive imposter syndrome.
Why?
Massive. I don't know. I just look at my work and in my head, I'm like, yeah, it still looks the same as it used to.
Yeah.
And I'll go back and I'll put one up the other day. I'm like, this is one of my first photos. This is one I just did of the same guy. He's got a new car now, but it's pretty much the same location. I'm like, yeah, it's way better. Like the lighting, the composition, the color grading, everything. You're like, it's next level. But in my head,
same camera, different camera.
different camera.
Oh,
But it's not the gear though.
no,
You can shoot it on your on a phone.
the gear is.
It definitely helps though.
The gear, an improvement in glass and an improvement in sensor is definitely a help, but like you would have definitely have like progressed from your composition and like things like that, right?
Yeah. But in my brain, I'm like, it's the same location, it's the same sort of spot. Take the photos, edit them up, have a look at it, and you're like, oh yeah, And then, because I shot John Vader. I put up his TIG one the other day.
Yeah.
He had a bagged Golf R a few years ago, and I shot that. And then he's like, dude, look at our first photos compared to this one. I'm like, why? And he's like, just look at it. So I went back. I'm like, oh, that's rubbish.
You were just.
But at the time, you're like, yeah, this is sick.
Yeah.
Your editing style, and you're like, yeah, this is actually sick. And now you look back at it like, that's horrible.
I wouldn't say that about my photos, that they're horrible, but they're definitely like leveled up.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know.
I've been following you for years. So.
Shit, you trying to make me blush?
Oh, yes.
So what inspires you?
It's a deep question.
Yeah, it is a deep question.
I just want to do it full time. So I need to get better.
Yeah.
I just could push myself. I think Ryan Reynolds said it best. He's like, no, not Ryan, Matt McConaughey. He's like, my hero is myself in 10 years.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because you're like, you need to look forward to who you're going to be and then hit that target. There's no point aspiring to be somebody else because you're not that person.
Yeah.
You need to push yourself to get to that next level. And then you can look back and be like, shit, yeah, I've done it. Or fuck, I haven't done it. You know, what do I need to change to actually get where I need to be? And, you know, having young kids, I want to just be able to provide for them properly and have a decent legacy, I guess.
How old are they?
I have 5. Yes.
Hang on.
That face on the camera. Yes, I have 5. Yes.
You have 5?
Yeah, so blended family.
Okay, that's all right.
So the oldest turns 16 on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And the youngest is almost 4.
Okay.
So 2 oldest boys are my wife's, so her ex. And then my daughter's 13 to my ex. And then we had 2 together who are 6 and 3.
Wow.
So going through teenagers and toddlers at the same time is...
That sounds like fun.
That's what I mean. Iron Gate, bang. You're just like, nothing bothers me. That's why I can go shoot a wedding and it's fine. My life is just...
If you have lots of kids and you like
weddings.
stress, shoot weddings. Otherwise, yeah, you got no chance.
My life's just nonstop. But it's good.
Yeah.
Because I hate sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, I'd rather edit, go shoot, go work, like, be outside, hang out with the kids.
Always doing something.
Always doing something. And my wife's the opposite. Because she's a very mentally draining job. She's a youth worker with, like, resi kids who need a lot of care. So it's very mentally draining and she needs a lot of downtime. She's
an unsung hero.
Yeah, hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she does her off days. It's like weekends where we have off. I'm like, let's go do this. And she's like, fuck off, I want to sleep. I just need time to chill and relax.
Fuck off, Daniel.
I do it all the time.
I need to sleep.
It'll be like a Sunday and everyone will still be in bed at like 7 o'clock in the morning. You gonna leap that?
Fuck off, Daniel. I need to sleep. Is that what you sound like?
Oh my God.
I've got this one. This is the voice. I've got your son. $2 million ransom by the end of the day.
Good luck.
Fuck off, Daniel. I need to sleep.
Hang on, which son? Oh my God.
It's funny as.
That's gold. Yeah, it'd be like a Sunday morning at 8 o'clock and I'll be wide awake looking for shit to do.
As in 8 a.m.?
8 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm like, everybody out, we're going out. Like, where are we going? What's going on? I'm like, doesn't matter, get up. We're leaving in like half an hour, let's go.
So
and she's like, fuck's sake, that's my day to relax.
So
I'm like, no, we're going out.
So where was the last time you did that? Like
a few weeks ago.
Where did you go? You went to Werribee Zoo?
Yeah, just an hour and a half from our house.
Holy shit.
But it's like, let's go. I'm not sitting around all day doing nothing. Let's go out.
How do you fit everybody in the car?
Hers is 7-seater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we got to jam into that. But yeah, we're like, we're going in half an hour, let's go. So I'll help the 2 little ones get ready.
Yeah.
Get dressed, pack snacks, everything. And then everyone else, just teenagers mope around. I don't fucking go anywhere. Let's go. Get in the car. I'm going out. But I'll do that all the time. I'm very like spur of the moment. This is an idea. Let's hit it.
Yeah.
Just life's too short to sit around and do nothing. Because you
Yeah.
never know. Your time's up, your time's up. You know, you like every day counts. You need to do something.
It's YOLO, right? You only live once.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
do you just get around that question again? Like, what inspires you?
Didn't I answer it myself? Like, or was that kind of a wrong answer for that? What inspires me? Who or what? I don't know.
Who or what?
Who or what? I don't know. Just to have a reputation that precedes me, kind of, you know.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes, you did.
Inspires
You did
me.
say like the person 10 years older.
Yeah, yeah.
You 10 years older inspires you.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I suppose having a good reputation is the hardest part,
Yeah.
especially working with models.
Yeah.
Especially these day and age where everyone's, you know, it's a very difficult time to do a photography, especially like boudoir stuff and working with models and lingerie and all that. All that, you gotta
Plus, we've got probably one of the biggest things going against us.
being a man.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's reputation's everything. So I very much try and have a good reputation.
Reputation and brand and
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like output of photos, quality of photos
Yeah.
is a good thing because that like adds to the whole reputation.
Yeah.
What I find is like my number one principle is people always remember you based on the way you made them feel.
Yeah.
So if they had a good time, then it doesn't really matter what the photos look like. They had a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like
Yeah.
they're laughing and I'm doing these stupid poses and everybody's laughing and then they're secretly taking behind the scenes videos of me stupidly posing and they're like, oh shit, like we need to post that up like now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. But that's kind of a byproduct. Like the reputation
It is.
the reputation kind of needs to be there just to get people to work with you as well.
Yeah.
Especially with such a small following. Like you're fine, you're 150K. But mine, I've just cracked 1,300. And that's hard because, you know, I'll reach out to people or people will reach out.
And the
they're like,
algorithm's
yeah,
changed
that's
like
bad. It's
so many
hard.
times over the years. Yeah. It's really hard to like grow and stuff like that.
And then especially because I'm trying to work with more models and do car stuff. I'm like, look, this is my idea. You know, just that's the hard part. But having a reputation, because I know that models have group chats here and everywhere, and they talk about photography.
Yeah, and so they should,
good,
right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because they all need to be safe and
Go
they
with
need
this
to
person,
know with
avoid
who
this
they need to
person.
want to work with
Yeah.
and all this type of stuff.
Yeah, it's like avoid. He's good. They're shit. They're dodgy. He's good, but his photos are shit. You know, it's like things like that.
Yeah.
So having a good reputation there, so people know who you are. So you walk in a room and everyone's like, "That's the guy."
Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy, but like known, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just to inspire other people, I think, as well.
I can't go to Chadstone anymore
Why?
because like people stop me.
Do you know who I am?
they're like, hey, are you by Felix? I got tapped on the shoulder going up an escalator there once.
Jesus Christ.
And like my kids were with me and they were like, what the fuck is going on, Dad? And I'm like, shit.
I'm famous.
It
Do you want my autograph?
It's very funny because like I'll talk to anybody.
Yeah,
like
same.
at the end of the day, you know, if you're willing to like tap me on the shoulder and ask me a question, like I'll turn around and I'll give you my time.
Yeah.
No, like, yeah, like if I can help anybody with my technique or with, you know, advice, then I'm more than happy to.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is also one of the reasons why I decided to start a podcast at the end of last year. And now, you know, I'm like podcasting. I've almost hit 20,
Yeah, sick.
you know.
So you
and
do one a week? No?
that was the idea, Daniel.
Yeah.
One a week.
Yeah.
Last week, I did 6.
Holy shit. Oh, man.
I did 6 last week.
Oh, wow. Like all in one day or you just spaced it out?
No, it's all spaced out.
Yeah.
But I think I did 2 last Saturday, like morning and afternoon.
Yeah.
And I just fucking love it.
Yeah.
I just like, again, I've mentioned this before, but I started doing like the interviews like after the shoot, right, with the models.
Yep.
that's like 5 minutes, like 3 or 4 questions, whatever. But I really enjoyed the whole process of like asking the questions and like doing the interaction and kind of like having a giggle, and like all this type of stuff. And then I did like the first couple, and because you've got to edit them. Yeah. I absolutely hated editing them because I'm like, fucking hell, like what is going on with my t-shirt?
Yeah.
Or like, why the fuck did I wear a yellow t-shirt?
It's like, is that what
I'm never wearing a yellow t-shirt ever again. Like it looks shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, because I got long hair, I'm like, what is going on with my hair? Like, buddy, like, come on, like, just lift your game. But I'm also not afraid to like post that stuff. Yeah. Right. And so, because that's like short form content, naturally long form content is a podcast, like an hour and a half. I haven't done a 2-hour one yet, but I'm sure I'll get there. And it's just sitting down, having conversation with people and keeping the conversation going and learning about you and you learning about me and us talking about topics and all this type of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I just love it. Talking to people and like finding out what makes them tick, and if I can pass that on to people all over the world, and help them grow and help you grow, then that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah. Well, speaking of like getting better yourself, you probably noticed, because I watched your first interview of the model videos, and you were like really awkward and like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah. And you watch them now, you're like, bam, I got this.
Bam, I fucking got it.
Get here. Let's go.
I stopped with the ums.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
It's the hardest part.
And like.
Yeah. And you just need to use like different words, So public speaking is a skill.
Oh, yeah.
And I think one of the biggest things as well, I guess because I do put a lot of myself online and I show my face, that just adds more to my brand. And it adds more to this whole piece around allowing people to know who I am, because I've had that many shoots with like first-time models, first-time clients, first-time women who say to me, hey, you are exactly how you are on your videos online. And I'm like,
just
genuine. That's exactly how I want it to be. What you see is what you get. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm going to snort when I laugh and I'm going to like be an idiot and like all of that, right? Yeah. So good. Like I think as a photographer wanting to double down on everything and like grow massively from a branding point of view, it's working out what your like technique is, because I know I've spoken to like some other photographers and they're like, oh, you put yourself out a lot and that's kind of your thing. And I'm like, yeah, it is. It's definitely part of my approach and my technique, but it could be anybody. Yeah. Yeah, my personality is my personality, but like there's nothing wrong with you putting yourself out, because people need to know what your personality like as well. Yeah. And it doesn't need to be like a how to pose stupidly video. It could just be like a how to or a equipment review, or like editing technique, or like a behind the scenes. Yeah. Like behind the scenes are always really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So how
stopped autumn. Oh no, it's gone.
Still going?
Yeah, it's still going.
What was that warning?
Yeah. So
broke it. My face broke your camera.
No. This is one thing that I worked out with podcasts. So digital SLRs have a limit of 29 minutes and 59 seconds.
If only been going for half an hour. It feels like a long time.
Bro, that's actually happened twice.
Oh, that's the second one. I missed the first one.
You missed the second one. Yeah.
That was, Wow, that's an hour.
Yeah. So
29 minutes.
29 minutes and 59 seconds. So I get around that by having a remote trigger.
Okay. And it just does it itself.
Yeah, it just clicks it again.
Yeah, nice.
So I got to give it. There's a 4-second gap
Yeah.
to allow it to save the last recording to the card, and then it starts again.
So how big of a file would that half an hour be?
20 gig.
20 gig. Holy shit. Wow. So your computer must be pretty decent to buffer that and to edit, especially with AI stuff, like to chop it all up in large.
Yeah.
I'm upgrading mine very soon because it struggles on Lightroom sometimes.
Oh, really?
Even just on Photoshop, the AI, it's like 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I get on my mate's one, it's like, done.
As in a Photoshop action? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So when you do the generative fill,
Yeah.
it takes ages sometimes. I opened Lightroom the other day, my whole system crashed. It's like, cool, this thing's going in the bin.
Yeah.
I've upgraded my screens, my keyboard, my mouse, added more. I don't know computers that much, but I made it. My friend does, and he's like, yeah, this will make it faster. So we did that, and it worked. I'm like, cool. But now I'm like, yeah, no, I need to do something bigger and better.
Hang on, so you're on a PC?
Yeah, I'm on a PC, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was the cheapest desktop we could find at the time
Yeah.
because the whole working from home system came up, and I'm like, I don't have a computer
Yeah.
because I did everything on my phone. I'm like, I don't need it. That's when I started heavily getting into photography as well. So I just bought the cheapest thing I could find, came with a shitty monitor, edited photos, sent it to my phone. I'm like, this looks disgusting. So then I went and bought an Asus ProArt monitor, had it for 3 days, moved house, it was in the front seat of my van, hit the brakes, smashed the screen.
Oh, no. After 3 days.
3 days old. It was one of those curved
Oh.
things, smashed it. I'm like, thanks. But no, that was Samsung. Yeah, because then I went to Asus ProArt from there. Then I went from one, now I've got 2 of them. Bought a fancy light-up keyboard.
How do you find the curved screen?
I had it for 3 days. I couldn't really give you a good review.
Oh.
But going from...
So you didn't get a curved screen the second time?
No. I just got 2 27-inch. So I run 2. So Lightroom on one, Photoshop on the other.
Yeah.
Flick between Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Ergonomic mouse, there they go.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Sideways. So you move this way instead of that way. So much better. So much better.
Yeah, it's good for the wrist.
Yeah. Because moving this way is so much. Because my wrist is wrecked. Yeah. So I did all that.
Do you use a Wacom tablet?
No, I don't have tablets.
Okay.
Just straight.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It goes onto the screen. No, I should. Should I?
That'll help with your wrist as well.
So you use a pen on there?
Yeah.
I've never looked into it because I just edit mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I find I go through phases where I really want to use the tablet, and then I don't know if it requires heavy editing, I'll use the tablet because it's easier on my hand.
Okay.
Because it's a much more natural position rather than like straight down type thing. But yeah.
Interesting. You have to show me.
Yeah, I will.
We'll check it out.
Yeah. But yeah, so the files are 20 gig. The audio files are, I think, like 1 gig.
So do they record in half an hour as well? Or is that just one?
No,
whole?
that's just one whole.
Oh, so that's what you mean. You had to line up all that to match that.
And the first podcast I didn't really learn how to use this module.
Yeah.
And I didn't set it up properly. So it recorded both audio onto one WAV file.
Okay.
Which meant I couldn't use the AI. And then I set it up so it creates 2 files, and then it can switch between. I just tell the program like, video 1 is me, audio 1 is me, video 2 is you, audio 2 is you, and then the AI just does it.
That's insane.
Yeah. But then I got a firmware upgrade on this, and I installed it. And then I did a podcast straight after, and it reset all the settings. And I'm like, no, why didn't you just keep all the settings? So I had to manually edit that podcast. The edit took me 4.5 hours. And then I edited the next podcast, which it did all the audio files correctly. And I could use the AI. And the AI took 32 seconds.
What? Holy shit. Yeah, so that's why I'm upgrading my computer.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's fucking
Wow.
insane. I love being able to work out how to do things better and faster.
Yeah.
Because I think if you don't, you are going to be left behind.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, I think, one of the reasons why people get scared, because they're scared of what the possibilities are. But I honestly think it is a little bit of a Wild West thing. You have to be open to the idea of trying lots of different things.
Yeah.
And then working out what's good for you and what's not good for you, or what's going to propel you forward and kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
You also do need to work out like what you enjoy.
Yeah.
So for me, like when I started photography 11 years ago, I tried lots of different things. Like I did like a corporate event. I did like family portraits. I even did jewelry.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah. Was it hard just because you didn't enjoy it? Or was it hard because you don't know like how to... Because of flat lay stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, flat lay's hard.
Yeah. And then like lighting angles and things like that.
Yeah.
One, I didn't really know what I was doing. And two, kind of didn't really fit my personality.
Yeah.
Because I'm a more of a interaction personality
Yeah.
person. Like I'm a deal with human beings.
Yeah.
Not young human beings, like adult human beings.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's have like adult conversations.
Yeah.
So I found like family portraits. Yeah, like I could do it, but I was like drained and like,
Yeah.
bro, I ain't gonna take your kids' photos for you. You can do that for yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So then I fell into fashion and fitness, and then slowly worked out that it was super competitive,
Yeah.
like particularly here in Melbourne, you know,
Yeah.
like pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And then I kind of wanted to do something more edgy and got into doing boudoir, and then here we are.
That's hard as a guy to get into as well.
I worked crowd control and security over in Perth at strip joints, so
Yeah.
kind of like knew how to talk to people, like
Yeah.
all that type of stuff. And that's kind of like how I started.
Yeah. Where in Perth?
So grew up in, started in like Woodvale area near Wanneroo, Joondalup.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Of
then I did live with my grandfather for a little bit in Craigie, kind of like same area. And then when I left Perth, we were living in Lathlane near Victoria Park,
Okay.
near the casino. Yeah.
I grew up in Rockingham.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hung out in Freo a lot.
Yeah, nice.
Cottesloe, Scarborough Beach.
Freo's beautiful.
Freo is Brunswick.
Yes.
Yes.
Alternative.
Yes. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been back?
I left in 2004.
Okay.
End of 03.
Yeah.
And then went back at the end of 06 for a bit.
Yeah.
Haven't been back since.
Yeah.
But I still have friends there and they're like, it's the same. Nothing's changed. Nothing will. It's Perth. Perth doesn't change. It's such a vibe though. I love WA.
Really?
Just
Excuse me.
compared to Melbourne, Melbourne's just always on.
It's
I think now if I move back there, because I grew up, you're used to the laid back lifestyle, and then you move to Melbourne and everything's just like, hammer it, let's go.
yeah.
But if I
See,
move
I
back-
didn't. I spent 14 years in Southeast Asia,
Okay.
so I was like, go, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Yeah. So Melbourne's boring compared to there.
Well,
Like,
no, and then
slow.
no, Perth was like super slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I think so. I moved to Perth when I was 14,
Okay.
and then I left when I was 21.
Yeah.
And like Perth was hard. Learned a lot.
But going from like Asia to Perth, it's completely different.
Completely different.
So different. It's probably 1%, and then like Southeast Asia is 100%. Like just go.
I mean,
And then Perth's just like
first-
slow motion. Like there's
So-
nothing going on.
Yeah, so I'm the most. I was the most. I think I still am the most Asian looking out of my siblings. So first year of year 9, in Perth, and I got slammed with racism.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like
Hardcore. Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
And like for at least 3 years.
Yeah.
Even to the point where I remember first day, and like because my sister was like 3 years older, but she got put down a couple of years. The education system in Perth is a bit messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at lunchtime, I went and found her sitting on the footy oval with a big group of girls, and I was like trying to get her attention from behind, and the girl next to her, and I still remember that girl's name, Sonia Humphreys.
Okay.
She was
Shout out.
shout out Sonia. She was like, "Who's this kid?" And my sister turns around and goes, "Oh, that's my brother." She's like, "What? He looks nothing like you."
Oh man.
So yeah, so
That's hard, yeah.
so coming to Melbourne, I was like, yeah, like let's go, you know.
fuck yeah.
But even now, I'm kind of like, oh, I just want more.
Yeah.
Just want more.
What's Sydney?
Well, yeah.
Sydney's next level.
I definitely think Sydney is next level, but I think it's more like this more thing that I want is more like international.
Okay.
Because like the last 2 years, I've toured Australia domestically.
Yep.
So I've been to every city, every major city.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's overseas.
Yeah.
That's where I look.
Obviously, Tristan Manis.
Yeah.
So you probably follow him and talk to him. Have a chat, see how he
Yeah.
does it.
Yeah.
'Cause he flies around the world. That's the life.
Yeah.
If you're in that situation, that's the life, yeah.
And then there's QB as well. So she's a Melbourne photographer who got big shooting like concerts and stuff like that. But she tours LA, Australia, Dubai.
Sick.
She does like heaps of stuff in Dubai.
Hell yeah.
But I would be a little bit scared going to Dubai. She's in a very unique situation where she's female. So she ain't breaking any laws.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard as a guy over there. I've heard, yeah.
And her work is just phenomenal. Like, yeah.
Send me the link.
Yeah, I will.
Have a look.
So,
Traveling the world. That'd be so good. But then who pays for the flights? Like, I know you book models,
client does.
so they pay all your expenses.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, sick.
That's what, well, you gotta like factor it all in.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, like, say, for example, LA. You fly to LA for a week. So, how many clients would you need to cover a week, including flights, accommodation? Probably 20, 10, 15.
I guess it depends on, like where you're staying. It depends on, like, I would think that you would, because obviously you want to make some money out of it as well.
Yeah.
You just don't want it to cover your costs.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's got to be all worth your while. And then, like, you have all of your clients pre-booked.
Yeah, prepaid.
Before you go,
Yeah.
prepaid or whatever, and yeah.
I suppose you'd have to, especially flying all over the world. You'd need money up front.
Yeah.
Just to secure it, more security kind of thing.
Exactly.
And to make sure, they're actually serious about doing it. It's probably the hardest part.
Plus, I think you would need to do like a recon mission first. Like you just have to go there and just suss things out a little bit.
Yeah.
See if you can get one or two, and then next thing you know,
Word of mouth, yeah.
word of mouth and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. So you'd probably know some international models anyway. You could hit up and be like, look, tee up 10, 15, let's go.
Yeah.
Or like tee up 20 people and I'll shoot you for free just for organising it. And, you know, let's go.
Yeah, 100%.
Just to get more people like keen.
Potentially going to be running something in Bali with a Playboy Playmate later on in the year.
I need my passport. I'll just invite myself. Where are you going?
June, July.
Oh.
But then someone's in Finland. So a Finnish girl who I've been talking to, she's currently in Thailand.
Okay.
And she's like, why don't you come to Thailand? I'm going to be here for 3 months. And I'm like, God damn.
Like, you pay me and I'll fly to Thailand. We'll do one shoot and fly home. That'd be so good.
It'd be so good. It's one thing that I find so exciting about this industry is that the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
You are only limited by what you put in your own head.
Yeah.
You know, what you think you can do and what you think you can't do. Either way, you're right.
Yeah.
If you think you can't do it, you're right, buddy.
Yeah.
If you think you can do it, you're right as well.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah, just do it. And if it's shit, do it again.
Yeah.
Or if it's good, do it even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like just know how to push that, 1% a little bit more the next time you do it.
Yeah.
Because no one else is doing it.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be so good.
So from a photography point of view, where do you think your key strengths are?
Just smash straight deep question. Oh, man. You could have prepped me.
I fucking love the ad-lib shit.
Yeah, it's good.
Like in the moment.
It's like, fuck, I don't know.
Get the real...
Put me on the spot. You make me think. You just think it's buffering, but no, that's my brain thinking. Podcast there, just like for 10 minutes.
All right, this one might be easier. Where do you think your development areas are?
Color grading.
Color grading.
100%.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely, which self-taught as well. I've watched so many tutorials. Just sit there and watch video after video. I'm like, looks good, do it. Looks shit, delete, start again. I don't put out anything now that doesn't have a slight color grade to it.
Yeah.
I think that's part of my brand as well.
And then just like using presets, or do you like customize
Everything myself.
Customize everything yourself?
I've put Shots by Tom. He's magic. He came over for a Cars and Creator event.
Yeah.
With Life Through Optics, Ben. And I won.
You know a lot of car guys.
I know, but they don't know me. That's the hard part.
Oh.
Yeah. So you follow these people. You know,
Yeah.
and you get same shoots. You say hi. They're like, yeah, cool. Another photographer. Hello, how you going? You know. And then because they're the famous guys, you're like, yeah, sick. That's everyone knows who they are, but no one really knows who all the smaller players are. But I won a Shots by Tom preset pack, which I've used a couple of and a couple of shots, and they're sick. But I put it on and then I'll tweak the shit out of it, and I'll still color grade it.
Yeah.
Like his masking techniques on some of them are just so good.
I think that's really good. Like you're using someone else's preset, but then you're tweaking it even more to make it your own style. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I've posted a few before and after I color grade it.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like the same picture.
Yeah.
It's like, how did you do that? Well, you get here, and here. Change all these settings. And if it looks shit, you just tweak it, start again, whatever. Yeah.
And color grading is like that's a universal skill, I think, for photos and videos. So
I've seen that, yeah.
So if you can crack color grading, like you just set.
Yeah.
You just set for like video work, mate.
That's the hard part though. Like I'll film something. I did shoot this morning. I went to the back of the airport because I went to Tullamarine, so I was there anyway. And I took photos. I got a vintage lens off one of my mates from like the 70s in Russia. It's sick. Yeah. And I was doing shoots with that. And I took a video on my phone of like doing the shot, you know, like this is what it looks like, blah, blah, blah. And I tried to edit the color grade to look the same as the phone. And in the video, I just couldn't, I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't picture it because it's not a physical thing. Like a photo, you can look at it and be like, right, that's exactly what it looks like there. And it's there. But with a video, everything is still moving and you're like, I don't know how to make it look over there. Because no one's taught me.
Did you know that's what happens in a video? Things move.
I didn't know that. That's my problem. I know. It's just a moving picture.
Where have you been?
Oh, living under a rock. No,
living under a car.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I've just got no one really that does videos that I can learn from.
Mm.
Because everyone these days, like, they post the tutorials. This is how you edit your photo. I'm like, I don't want to edit the photo. I want to learn how you do the video side of it.
I'm absolutely certain there's like
need a mentor.
video tutorials.
I need a mentor.
Yeah.
But if I had someone who could sit next to me and be like, right, this is exactly what to do,
Yeah.
then bang, I'd be done.
Yeah.
But because I don't have that, I've been doing photos for years, so they're kind of just adding a little extra bit. But with videos, I feel like I'm starting from scratch.
Do you know if you're shooting in log in video?
I'd shoot my phone. I've never shot a video on my actual camera.
Oh, okay.
So you can have a look at it if you want, and you can be like, this is what you need to do.
Okay.
If you want to.
I'm more than happy to, after this, have a
because
look
we'll
at it.
be on Sunday.
Yeah, I actually don't know if I'm going to make Sunday.
This guy. You got to.
Well, originally it was Saturday,
Yeah, it was, yeah.
and I was all sweet for Saturday,
Yeah.
and then it got changed.
We'll
I'm
change your
like,
Sunday plans to Saturday, and then
unfortunately, state volleyball tryouts can't really change just for me.
well, it's a bikini shoot and there's sand, and volleyball has sand. You can just bring everyone to the volleyball.
Anyway, so video is exactly like photos in that with your photos you'd be shooting in RAW.
Yeah.
Video is the same. There's a RAW format which is called log. So you want to shoot in log. Canon's got C log, so C log, C2, C3.
Okay.
So I shoot in C3, and then it's all about getting the LUT to then be able to convert it.
Right.
And the LUT is just a lookup table.
Okay.
It's just a file that it's like a preset
Okay.
type thing, that you put onto the video file in your video editing software, and that brings out the colors.
Right.
And then you tweak the colors and all this type of stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
Shooting in log is a bit deceiving because on the back of camera it looks quite grey.
Yeah. It's raw image, yeah.
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 But there's just more data in the actual file.
Yeah.
I'm not shooting in log on the podcast because everything's controlled. I don't need to.
Yeah.
I could, but I'm like,
No
what's the point?
Yeah.
Like I'm not, Yeah.
Does it make file sizes larger?
It does make file sizes larger.
That's fine.
Yeah. I got a 1 terabyte card in that.
Bloody hell. From where? SanDisk?
Pro something.
The other one, yeah, I know.
Pro grade?
I think so,
Right,
yeah.
yeah,
I know the one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a black and grey card.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the one. Yeah.
Terabyte.
But
Jesus.
yeah.
Large.
So strengths. Where are your strengths?
So yeah, probably color grading. I'd like to say composition now, which is definitely because I'd like to think outside the box and get different kind of shots. So that would play to the composition, I
Yeah.
guess.
And I think you
Yes,
mentioned
yeah.
it before about the car guy who was teaching you or giving you advice on like foreground, subject, and background.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of that's extremely still relevant for like video as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of get that like, the bokeh kind of look in your video and getting it focusing and like all that type of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. I just need to try. I've got the cage. I've got all the handles, so I can go for it. I got a 360 camera. Like I've bought everything I need to do it. I just haven't done it. Every time, like in my brain, I'm driving to a shoot. I'm like, I'm going to start shooting videos, and I get there. I'm like, bang, bang, photos, shoot's done. Fuck. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's one of the things of being a photographer, right? You're like, oh, I'll just bring everything because I don't know what I'm gonna need.
Yeah. And then you don't use it.
And then if you're like, oh, I want to do this, this, and this, and I'll use this bit of equipment, and you're like, oh, hang on a minute, I didn't even use that.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. You just use one camera, one lens. That's it. And you got a whole backpack full of shit. You're like, it's just heavy. I'm carrying it for no reason.
Exactly.
You know?
That's a life. That's a life of a photographer, videographer.
God.
So what's plans for the rest of the year? So what does 2024 look like for Daniel? Captive Media?
Captive Media Solutions.
Captive Media.
So I'm learning off-camera flash.
Yeah.
So I've got a guy teaching me that, which would be fantastic because I was shooting over his. We shot a bridal party with horses on the beach.
Wow.
It was sick. So it was
What beach did you go to?
I think was it Brighton Horse Beach.
Okay.
Is it Brighton? No, there's an actual horse beach where you can ride up until 10 o'clock in the morning. You can ride your horse on the beach.
Really?
It is sick. It's good. So he set up his off-camera flash, and she was like at the edge of the water getting her pose, and I shot over his shoulder. So we had exactly the same shot, but his with the flash looks magazine quality, and mine just looks like a photo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, teach me. Teach me a ways. And it's just from the flash. Even using it on camera flash compared to an off camera, it's unreal.
Yeah.
But I've never learned. So like just teach me that because then that'll elevate it.
Yeah, 100%.
Again, definitely
It just adds another like tool to your repertoire, right?
it just brings up the professional looking because
Mm.
it's all well and good to take a photo and edit it so it looks brighter, but then just to actually flash it and it's right, it looks way more professional.
Yeah. One of the things that I've worked out is if you can do everything before you click the photo, it
Yeah.
makes the photo editing.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, it makes the output of the photo so much better
Yeah.
than if you do more work in post.
Yeah.
Like you can do more work in post, but then it kind of like takes out, I don't know, a little bit of the magic of, the actual shot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I like to get most stuff right in camera.
Okay, so you're gonna do more like horse beach shoots?
Oh, probably not. It was fun, but not. Well, they say don't work with animals and children, so they were fine. They were all well behaved and controlled and stuff. But
Yeah.
it just as a shoot, it was awesome. But it doesn't. I don't want to follow that route of.
So sorry, you're gonna do a little more like off-camera flash stuff.
Yeah. So I can bring that to cars, models, every kind
Yeah.
of shoot.
Yeah.
You probably use it as well with all your shoots because you just turn the lights off and get exactly how you want it, and then
Exactly.
bang. I like to do heaps of sunset shoots. So the sunset shoot and then flash the subject because then you get everything exactly how you want it instead of trying to mask up the subject.
Yeah.
Just like it definitely helps having a flash.
And what else?
Videos, 100%.
I'm glad you said that.
Oh, I just need to bite the bullet and do it.
I want to see more videos, Daniel.
I'm trying. I'm not. I'm procrastinating hardcore on doing videos, which I just need to bite the bullet
That's all right.
and just start.
I know how you feel because I switched from Final Cut Pro, which is a Mac photo editing software, to Adobe's Premiere Pro. And I was like, I've been using Final Cut Pro for like ever.
Yeah.
And then when I switched, like I felt stupid because I didn't know how to do things.
Yeah.
And it took me like 2 months of like editing videos and stopping myself from going back to Final Cut.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, why didn't I do it sooner?
Yeah.
Like Adobe Premiere Pro is just so much more capable of like doing what I need it to do. And there's so many more options.
Yeah.
So you may find that like starting to do videos hard to begin with, but then once you really kind of like get into it, you might be doing more videos than photos.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just that. Was it day one or one day?
Yeah, that's the one.
So I need my day one.
Okay, Dwayne Johnson.
Sponsored by The Rock.
I wish. I wish.
Yeah.
I saw a video of his earnings.
Oh, it's disgusting, isn't it?
I'm like,
Just
bro, he
just
had
share
like
it.
$27 when he started.
Yeah. Yeah. And now he's on multi-$100 million
380 million net worth.
Yeah. It's
I'm
nuts.
like, mate.
He was living in his car at one point. His mum
Yeah.
was like homeless and working 2 jobs and stuff. And
Yeah.
well,
And
he
like-
hit his one day,
and
day
like-
one.
And like he's in his 50s now.
Yeah.
That's madness.
And he's still rocking it.
yeah.
No pun intended.
I mean, you know, there is a joke. I will
He
say,
actually just trademarked his name, The Rock. So
Well, yeah, why wouldn't you?
now he's going to get royalties, and he's just going to get more money.
Does that mean that whenever someone wins rock, paper, scissors, they have to pay him?
Well, if you say, "Oh, The Rock," maybe
Yeah, okay. So
Like
no,
paper scissors, The Rock is $5. Oh, no, I don't know. I heard it was on Facebook story somewhere. I was like, how do you
yeah,
like trademark your own name?
yeah,
It's
that's
just-
nuts.
That's wild.
That's nuts.
He started from nothing,
I mean,
came up.
you've really made it when you can just like trademark an innate object,
Yeah.
or like people call you by one word,
Yeah. Rock. Madonna.
Zendaya.
Yeah. Yep.
If you have 2 names, this is like that's like
You're not famous enough. Yeah.
pre-2000s.
Back of the line.
Like, hurry up. Like,
Yeah. Just get famous. Like,
people just call me Felix,
Yeah.
but they think that that's my first name. But
Yep.
it's- Yeah.
Yep. That's funny.
It's
Because everything on is like boudoir by Felix. Or
Yeah.
you know, everything's just by Felix.
yeah.
Naturally. It's like Felix. Like, no. You're wrong.
You sugar daddies out there, get my name right, okay?
Yeah, if you can send me dirty messages, call me Andrew. Call me.
Oh no.
Yay!
Call me Andrew.
Hey, daddy.
Awesome. So how
yes,
can
lots of videos.
how can people find you if they want to hit you up for a wedding or some cars or some horse beach shoots?
I have a website, so captiveMediaSolutions.com.au
Nice.
or Instagram, Facebook. It's all the same name.
Yeah, fantastic. I'll make sure that the thing like pops up and
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all the same. I got a link tree on my Insta, which kind of... What is that? Is it your cat?
That's the automatic cat feeder. I just automate my life.
Is that just in here?
Yeah, it's just in the kitchen.
Okay. That echoes a lot.
Yeah,
That's
it's super loud on the microphones.
Yeah.
because these things can pick up.
Yeah.
They can pick up the birds outside when the birds are when the doors are closed.
That's insane.
I'm like, bro, what is going on?
Good microphones. Shout out to Rode.
Yeah, shout out to Rode who didn't sponsor me.
Rude.
Rude Rode.
Well, you need a third mic, so Rode. If you're looking,
100% third mic. Canon need 5RC. Yeah, come on,
done.
hit
Shout
me
out.
up.
Let's go.
We're making inroads.
Making bank. Let's go.
I think
Give us some free shit.
I had a podcast with a pole instructor, and she kept saying, "Just do it, just do it." And I'm like, Nike, I'm looking at you.
Sponsor me.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, that's good. Good. Yeah, I reckon this year it's just going to be focusing on video. Because everything's on Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram, TikTok, people's attention spans. If you don't have it in the first 3 seconds, bad luck. It's done.
And TikTok's expanding their time limit for their videos now.
Yeah.
So they're going to really be competing against YouTube.
YouTube Shorts, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't even go on TikTok. I don't have the brain capacity. Because I don't do video. But I think when I start doing video more, I'll venture into that.
You can do photos on TikTok?
Yeah, but it's not really. Yes and no. Make it into a video.
Yeah.
Just like my Insta Reels are photos. turned
Yeah,
into
no, you
videos.
can actually post a carousel of photos and then just to music,
Yeah, right.
which is exactly like
Same Instagram. Yeah, same thing.
You
Yeah.
can do that on TikTok. So.
Yeah, I might have to. I've got an account, but I don't use it because I didn't know that.
So you can hear the birds?
Bloody hell. That's insane.
Fucking doors are closed.
That's crazy.
I'm
Your
like,
doors are
mate.
closed. They're like 10 meters away in the trees. That's
Yeah.
insane. That's so good.
And I'm pretty sure I closed the front door downstairs.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
You might have birds flying inside.
Definitely not.
No, definitely. They're out there. I see them flying around.
Anyway,
Yeah,
videos.
so
Well, I'm excited to see
videos.
more videos out of you this year.
Everything's what? Instagram's what? First 3 seconds matter because everyone's attention span. You watch it like, no. But if you get your attention and they can hold that attention for 10, 15,
exactly.
that's where it's at.
Yeah.
That-
And more videos of yourself.
Me. Why me?
We got to build your personal brand.
Yeah, fair enough.
People got to know who they're dealing with.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what you're saying at the start about making people feel comfortable? I was really nervous coming here because I hate being on camera.
Oh,
I hate being in front of the camera and I'll talk to people all day long, but like being on video and then hearing your own voice and looking at your face, you're like, oh, that's me. Gross.
There's an anatomical...
But I actually feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been talking for what, hour and a half?
Yeah.
And just...
There's an anatomical reason why you don't like the sound of your own voice. That's Larry.
Okay, Larry.
He's come to say hello.
Probably smell my cats and my dog. Cuddle. Yeah. What's this reason?
So because you've lived in your body your whole life, you've listened to your voice through 2 ears.
Yeah.
Your inner ear and your outer ear.
Okay.
And when you hear a recording, you're only listening to it with your outer ear.
Right.
Because when you're talking, you actually vibrate your skull.
So you're listening to what you sound like to other people.
Correct. But when you listen to yourself, your brain goes, that's what I sound like.
Yeah.
But it's not.
My voice sounds a lot deeper when I watch myself on videos.
Deeper. That's what she said. Bro, what's going on, mate?
Yeah. I think Larry wants to stay. Yeah, I look back on videos of myself and I'm like, my voice doesn't sound that deep, does it? The wife's like, that's exactly what you sound like.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't sound like that at all.
Well, I hope this experience wasn't too bad for you.
No, it's great. It's good. I feel comfortable.
Yeah, it's good.
You know,
Amazing.
You just kind of forget that it's there.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a
And
conversation.
you have to
you're
keep
having.
moving this because you can hear the difference.
Yeah.
Even just from there to there, you can hear it
Yeah.
in your own head. Which
Yeah.
is
Amazing.
so you know it's there.
Captive Media Solutions on Instagram hit you up for like
Anything.
heaps of stuff.
Yeah.
And we get to see lots more video work out of you this year.
I probably need to niche down because I split my Instagram because I had one and then I started a second one to have models on
Yeah.
and one to just have car stuff on. And then I've just been posting car stuff on both. That's what I've been shooting. Like, I'll post like a few model stuff and then a car thing and then more models, then more cars. And I'm like, I just need to stop it and actually split and have a niche. Maybe like a wedding photo in there, a maternity photo in there. Like, I just need to find what avenue.
I go through waves of wanting to do that, and then it's just like heaps of admin.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just easier just to have one.
Yeah. I was watching something the other day. He was talking about growing on Instagram. And they're like, it doesn't matter because everyone tries to do that 3 thing on their grid.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter because no one goes onto your profile. They'll just look at the video because it's in Reels and you just scroll through the Reels.
Yeah.
And if you like it, you go into it and follow it. You're not going to. And if you really want to, you'd scroll through.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you like, it needs to be perfectly lined up.
Exactly.
So I realized that and now I just post whatever I feel like.
Yeah.
So if you go onto my actual profile, it's a mess.
Yeah. That's
So
the
it's
same with mine.
It's random shit. Yeah, but yours is all boudoir stuff.
Yeah.
Mine's just a mix of everything, but it's not. Because I was doing the whole 3 thing, like 3 photos of one person, 3 things of another person. But now it's like, I like this, I'm going to post that. I like this, I'm going to post that.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think more people need to do that.
And tag your photographer.
Don't be so anal with.
Yeah, just post whatever you
the
feel like.
3.
Yeah. And don't worry about getting 1,000 likes. If you get 3, you like your work. Who cares? Just put it out there. Yeah.
Exactly. Amazing. All right. Thanks so much for coming.
Is your other cat?
Yeah, that's Maxie. He stays away. He's very timid.
Yeah, he just like half ran off when I clicked on him. Come here.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening in. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notified of the next video, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.